All right. So we're gonna press the knee, bend the knee into the chair, and the knees has to be leveled. I hope you can see my knees. 1 second. All right. So you are working, strengthening the leg. At the same time, the weight of the knee is supported by the chair. You can do that with a sofa arm or with your hands. Oh, sorry, over the bed. And then you can place the hands across the chest in Anjali Mudra. Now, the standing leg, feel the foot, press that tripod down, lift the toes till you find the arch of the foot, and then keep the belly relaxed. 3 breaths. 2, 3. I'm going to release and repeat the same on the other side. So you can turn around or move your chair, whatever feels for you, it works. And as you have the support of the chair under that knee, you can keep your pelvis balanced. Those bony structures on the sides of your hips, the hip bones, the hip joints, keep them level, like in one line. And that's what you want to maintain in any balancing standing pose. Inhale, exhale. One more. And slowly and gently release. All right. So that's I think that's a nice version to practice if you have some pains and aches and you don't know what's going on and you want to do some balancing poses. Now we're going to keep using the chair. You're going to place a foot on the chair. And this is also nice supporting your pelvis, especially the pubic region. And then you can have the foot nicely pressed into the chair. We're going to raise the opposite arm to the side. And lift up. That hand can go to belly. So you're strengthening the straight leg. You're finding a nice opening the side, keeping the pelvis leveled, and you're stretching and sending that fingertips of the left hand all the way towards the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep the belly relaxed. Inhale. Pull your pelvic floor here. One more. Well done. And slowly and gently release and bring the foot back to the ground slowly and gently. It's always helpful to get into the habit of breaking the movement into steps. So you can bend the knees up and then rotate from the hip, place a foot to the chair and raise the opposite arm to do the stretch. Inhale. And always as you enter the asana, the pose, the same steps you break it down as you exit the asana. So there is no like jerky or fast movements to protect your joints and your ligaments. And that's a really important habit to practice when you are pregnant because of your loose ligaments and the effects of the change of hormones. One more breath. Wonderful. And slowly and gently, we're going to release. Taking the knee back. Yes, wonderful. And slowly and gently, we come up and shake out the legs. Great. We will do now the full pose of tree pose. You can use the wall behind your back if you feel comfortable with that, or you can just simply place a hand forward and now feel the difference. Practice the feeling that we've generated with the previous practices by keeping those hip bones leveled. It will feel different now. You can place the hands in Anjali Mudra, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Just take the arms above the head, keeping the Anjali Mudra. So you can raise your arms as high as you feel comfortable on your shoulders. If your shoulders are lifting up towards your ears and becoming not comfortable, bend your elbows and see if you can pull your shoulders consciously down away from the ears. And then slowly and gently release the hand, bring the knee to the front, and lower down, shake out that leg, the opposite one. And then we bring the left knee, rotate. Always think of joints. The joint here is like a socket wrapping around. So you want to move it correctly to protect it. Yeah? If you just go like that, you're it's a socket ball joint. So it's always nice to take it one step at a time. Work with the rotation. The same with the shoulder joints. Inhale. Exhale. You can breathe out from the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. When you feel ready, you can raise the arms above the head. You can keep the elbows gently bent. Inhale. Looking good, ladies. Beautiful. Exhale. And gently release, bringing the hands back into the chest, bringing the left knee to the front and lower down. Wonderful, good. And now we're going to separate the feet wider than your hips. You can let your toes point into the side, press the hands, and we're going to just, as you inhale, lower down into a squat and lift up, lower down and lift up, lower down. Now it's very tempting for the pelvic floor to let go. I want you to try pulling that in with the exhalation. Tone the pelvic floor. Very good. Last one. Hold 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. And slowly and gently release and shake out any tension. We'll do a nice hip opener, again using the chair. So I'm just going to lower the camera to the chair. So you place the right foot first into the middle of the chair and then move the foot towards the edge, the left side of the chair. So you drop the right knee to the side, keeping the foot flexed, all right? The hand can go into the knee and the other hand can go to the chair for support. And then you bend the straight knee, lowering down. You'll feel a nice stretch in the right hip. All right? I'll go to the other side. You bend the knee, you lower down. Yeah, that looks right, Miriam. Good, breathe. Drop the knee, drop the knee. Inhale, come up with a good stance. You can hold it for 30 seconds or for 5 breaths. Show me, Miriam. Yeah. And breathe into the tension. This is something you can do in office, for example. You can sit on the floor sometimes. This is an option. Great. Very good. And slowly. You do whatever feels right, and then when you're ready, you can release. Make sure you do both sides. Now, if you ladies can grab your balls, if you're done with this pose, we're going to work on some alignment of the spine. So if you have ball and you sit on a ball and a wall. I kind of look pregnant. It's so strange. When I teach a pregnancy class, I feel pregnant. So I take the position of pregnant lady. I find myself doing that. Good. So if you can find yourself, you can even get if you have a high stool or a bean bag, or you can sit on the wall. But I'd like you to have the wall behind you. Even if you can take your camera with you, or because I want you to have the feeling of your spine really aligned and sticking to the wall. So we're aligning the spine here. And that means we'll do like a gentle pelvic tilt. So you'll tilt your sacrum, the tailbone under, so the lower back is flat on the ceiling. So we're working on aligning the spine. All right? So even take the back of your head into the wall, tuck your chin under. And just find your feet on the ground nicely. You're comfortable like this, Sandra? Because I'd like you to be higher. Because this is like you're sitting and squatting, so you won't be able to work on your pelvic tilts. So if you have the ball or, as high as possible.
My ball is at my parents' house.
Okay, so Sandra, why don't you do it standing like this? So you can feel your spine really touching. Yeah, that's good, Miriam. So you can stand and do it like that. Great. Good. Let me adjust the camera for you, ladies. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna tuck bring your pubic bone at the front, like it's like trying to come in the navel, and the lower back is really flat with the wall. Keep the spine tall, keep the back of the head pressed into the wall. You're tucking your chin, like you're making a double chin there. All right? Now we're gonna take the hands into our collarbones and press your shoulders back. So we're really aligning the shoulders, keep the shoulders down. Lovely, keep the lower back flat, breathe into this. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your pelvic floor up. Wonderful, one more. Now keep your hands where they are, and we're just going to take one elbow to the top. We're lifting it up, and look towards that elbow, and breathe. Keep the shoulder down. Inhale. One more. Now notice if the back is coming up the wall, you want to take the arm as high as long as you keep the spine really sticking to the wall. And slowly lower down and switch sides. Keep the sacrum really sticking against the wall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly and gently come back and release. If you're feeling tired and this is too much, come out and rest and then come back. You can keep your knees straight. You don't have to bend the knees here. But what matters is keeping your spine, every vertebra, feel the spine really sticking to the wall. The shoulders down and the chin tucked in. It's very important, all right? Now we're going to interlace the fingers. And then slowly and gently inhale, lift it up. And really stretch forward toward the ceiling. Exhale, take it back down. So I'm just working on a gentle stretch. Inhale, be aware of the sacrum. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. We're really trying to protect our lower back. So this exaggeration in the curve here for a pregnancy as happens, this is helpful for you to have a checkpoint. Every morning you can wake up, you can practice this against the wall, just to have a check of what's happening in the lower back. That will prevent lots of lower back pain, especially towards the end of the pregnancy. So it's very important to keep that point from over exaggeration and then keeping that compression. It can be really painful. It can contribute to sciatica as well. So always saying this is tucked in and always lift the weight up. Lift the weight up. The muscle here needs to be lengthened and stretched. So keep that up and keep that area nice and awake. Yeah. Let's do one more. You can keep the spine against the wall. Now, if you can grab your chair, place one foot on the chair and take the hands above. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Always have your checkpoint, sacrum to the wall, shoulders down. You can keep the elbows bent. Take the back of the head to the wall, chin tucked in, and focus on your breathing. The straight leg, you can keep the knees softly bent. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly and gently, we're going to release all. And we switch and we do the other side. Same thing. Yeah, so you go against the wall, one foot on the chair, and take the arms. Really find your spine, find that lengthening. So while you guys doing this, I'm going to tell you what I've just discovered after 4 years of doing this. When I was seeing my doctor, he told me that most of the problems he sees with women regarding incontinence and
problems, it always leans to the right side, interestingly enough. So the reason he believes when the uterus with the baby enlarges, it starts compressing into the internal organs, so for example, the kidney. But when you are right dominant, without you noticing, you will be putting lots of pressure on the right side of your body. And he finds most of the problems comes to him with women with problems in their right side. And that's caused by imbalances in postures. So if you're used to sitting like this, standing not evenly, the uterus will tilt to that side and pressure your organs internally, and that might cause problems. And of course, when you block those organs, it can cause UTI problems. Like it's endless. So that's why yoga is so important. Keeping everything symmetrical, keeping that posture straight. When you're sitting, you sit at the edge of the chair, and then keep that lifted and keep everything balanced. And always keep in mind the factor that we forget is the gravity. So when you are out of balance, gravity is pulling you towards that side, and your body will compensate somehow, and that can cause a pain because the muscles will try to work harder to compensate for that imbalance. So keeping things symmetrical, keeping the posture, lifting the weight, staying active in what you're doing, it can help prevent lots of problems. Yeah. So like I mentioned to my GP, oh, I'm still having sometimes incontinence if I'm jumping or I'm skipping or something. Like, oh, you should see a urologist. And I like just clicked to me, oh my God, I need to see a urologist. I need to check what's going on. And then I start discovering so many things, you know. So if I knew earlier, I was doing yoga, I was doing all of this, but I didn't really know all these details until they happened to me. So it's so useful and so important to keep those basics, keeping things balanced, keeping things steady, symmetrical, the posture upright. All of this can prevent so many things in the future. All right. We'll do one more sequence. Sitting on the bowl or the chair or the bed or the sofa, whatever feels right for you, with your knees nicely wide, the feet on the floor. And these are simple stretches for the upper body. One hand can go to belly, and you're simply going to take the right arm up, keeping the shoulder down. And you inhale the breath. Keep the feet nicely grounding to the floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you can find a spot and gaze at that steadily. Observe the thoughts. Find the most balanced posture you can maintain. And slowly and gently rotate the palm outside and lower the arm. Exercise. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ground the feet. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly and gently open up the hand to the side and lower it down. Good, lovely. Now we're going to place the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers. And slowly and gently go to the right side as much as feels okay for you. Inhale. Exhale. You can stay there for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back. And we do the same on the other side to balance out both sides. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the shoulders down. Notice if there any discomfort. Keep the head back into the hands, into the palms. Wonderful. And come back. Release. Any pain? Any tension there? You can just do gentle shoulder rotation on the opposite side. And my favorite, spread the arms and hug yourself. Really trying to separate the shoulder blades from each other so you really open them nice and wide. Good. And release. Now we're going to join the hands in the front and then draw circles with the hands. Like imagine there's a wall in front of you and your fingertips has colors. You're painting beautiful circles on that wall. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. You're working out your core as well, and switch sides. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep the feet grounded, keep the legs active. Inhaling, exhaling. Wonderful, and come back to center. Wow, that did something to me. I felt energized there. Good. Now spread the arms. Keep the palms facing to the side. Keep the shoulders down. Tuck the chin in. Inhale. And you can bring your fingers in like you're in a receiving position. You're receiving something. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can switch the palms downward, keeping the arms strong. Inhale. Exhale. If you feel like stretching, you can feel like you're stretching 2 balls away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. And slowly and gently you can release. I love those little strengthening exercises. They will come in really handy when you get really big and heavy and you feel like, oh my God, I can't do anything. You can do a lot, but with your limbs and with your awareness and what the body is doing. Because you probably can't do a lot of movements, but then you can do those little subtle exercises, all right? I'm gonna remove the chair. And now we can do some squatting, but supported with a stool, because both of you are still in the 2nd trimester. So if you have cushions, I don't have my cushions here or block, but imagine there's a cushion or block. Sit on the cushion or block, and you can do it with the wall behind you or the ball behind you. And this will open up your joints, keeping the knees wide. And I want you to be supported here. Don't let everything go on its own. Like really, either do it with a stool, with the blocks, or even you can do it with the ball. Yeah, that looks good. So Sandra, see if you can place your hands on your chest. Keep the spine tall. Yeah. And really feel that opening across your inner thighs. It feels lovely. Yeah. And breathe there. Connect with your pelvic floor and see what's happening. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. A lot of women, they find themselves birthing and squatting, even if it's adjusted, like for example, on the bed, the hospital's bed, they raise the bed behind her and her legs are wide open like that, and then the baby comes out. That's a very efficient way of birthing, instead of lying down completely on her back, and then the baby can just be pushed out. So that's why it's important to keep the legs strong, and yet the muscles are flexible and open. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Now slowly and gently, I want you to safely find your way out of the squat. So if you want to come into your knees slowly and gently as you release, and then sitting down. Good. Let me bring the camera. This is also, I'm going to do this one, probably I should have done this before the squatting, but this is something you can practice for encouraging or enhancing your squatting. So you can keep the legs nice and wide, and you catch your right toe. And you have the nice stretch happening on the side here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And slowly release, and you switch sides. If you have pain in your pubic area, this wide opening posture, the squatting as well might be uncomfortable, so you don't have to do this. Inhale, exhale,
Inhale. Exhale. And slowly and gently release. So when it comes to squatting, and if you want to prepare for squatting, is like the ultimate pose that you want to do during pregnancy, but towards the end of pregnancy. Think of the joints involved in squatting. For example, the toes, the ankles, the knees, and the hip joints. So you want to work on the flexibility of these joints to prepare you for squatting. So anything like an ankle rotation that can prepare you for squatting. Toes, even if you sit on your toes like this, that will open up your toes and increase the flexibility. The knees, all of the cross-legged positions will open up the knees. The hips, which are the millions of hip opener that we always do. Yeah, and this is the simple one we just did. We're gonna finish with some breathing. So we're gonna find a comfortable seated position. You can sit in a cross-legged, on the ball, or in a butterfly, whatever position you find yourself comfortable in. And we're going to do equal breaths today, because I find it the most relaxing, comforting, really brings the nervous system into balance. So as you find your center, you can close your eyes or keep them open. We're going to inhale the breath of 4, exhale the breath 4. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm going to want you to go with the sound I'm putting on the mic. So inhale, exhale. Stay with the sound, keep the breath flowing. We'll do 20 seconds more. If your thoughts are wandering around, come back to the breath. This is the last one. And slowly and gently you can breathe normal. So equal breaths can really bring you back to the present. And when labor comes and you find yourself feeling anxious, don't know what to do, equal breaths can really help you. And you can either use this kind of music or you can just count for yourself. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. That will really keep you in the zone and you will really feel like I am here, I'm going to be with my breath and my body is going to do it. And you just absolutely focus. It's a very powerful tool. And if you think you're going to forget, you tell your hubby or your birth partner, remind me of my breathing. And then we can just come back to your breath, right? Cool. Let's do another one together. Close the left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. We switch sides. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Let's practice this beautiful mudra where we draw our senses. So we're going to place the pinky under the lips, the lower lip, and the ring finger above, the middle finger on your nostrils without closing the nose, and the index finger on the eyelids, your thumbs into your ears. When we're ready, you're going to close your ears completely so you only hear your breath. And as you inhale, when you exhale, you can also hum. All right. All of us will do 5 times, and when you are ready and you're finished, you can release your hands. So you can go ahead and close your ears, and you can start inhaling. Also, before we go to relaxation, I would like to mention, if you experience anxiety and you have a lot of stress going on, focus on your exhalation. So if you're going to practice breathing to help you with that, for example, if you inhale to 4, exhale to 8. If it's the opposite, if you have lethargy and you're feeling depressed and low, focus on your inhalation, and that will bring in the energy, yeah, and will wake you up and make you feel nice, happy, and joyful again. So, and when you experience stress and anxiety, just try to kind of detach from that place of thoughts. Actually, today I posted something on my page. It's in my story about a lady who speaks about this. She gives a technique. She says, when your sympathetic system gets into a flight and fight mode, those negative thoughts will rise into your brain. The secret is to catch it first. And you know, these thoughts are rising because of this state I'm experiencing. So put them on the shelf. And remember a happy place where you were absolutely at bliss, where the world just made a lot of sense and you were the happiest and everything was working and you were calm. Because that's your normal state. And remember, that's the truth, not this. So when your sympathetic system gets that and you go back into your parasympathetic, the relaxing, then you realize those thoughts are not real. Because those thoughts, when they rise, can feed back into the anxiety, and they feed back. It's a vicious circle. But you need to shelf it on the side and remember that happy place, calm down, and you will know this is not the truth. This anxiety that's coming, which is very common now, whatever we are living right now. So practice this, and this video is really great. Watch it. It's in my story on the Zen Active Birth page on Instagram. And she also gives a lot of tools, which is not about pregnancy, but I felt that's so applicable for mothers, for us to deal with whatever
all the new and all the unknown that's coming into our way. We are completely being pushed out of our comfort zone, doing all these new things with little support, because most of us are away from our families or this or that. So all these tools, all these techniques are there to help. Okay, with that, we'll go into relaxation. So I want you now to the invitation for you to remember the happiest place where you remember that you were the happiest. You were like at bliss, just like a baby. Maybe you were in the forest one day, or in a mountain, or in a spa where you had a great massage and you were the happiest. And you were just like floating in clouds. So take your relaxation position. You can go into your left side, or you can go to child pose, or you can rest with the wall behind you. And go create that feeling. What were you feeling? The emotions that were rising, the smile on your face, that bliss, that peacefulness. Nothing, you were untouchable in that moment. It just made a lot of sense. And you wish the time would stop because that was just utter happiness. Create that moment and let it kick into your internal state, into your body, into your physiology, and live it like it's happening right now. Even the smells, the sounds. And when you are in that state, you're actually so much in the present moment, there will be no thoughts. So there will be no triggers, and you will be absolutely there in that present moment. It will be easy to do yoga and hide somewhere in a cave or in the jungle and just have peace 24/7, but we are living as householders here in the real world. So we need to kind of work harder to find that peace. So take it easy, be easy at yourself. There's a lot going on. Self-forgiveness is the most important tool a new mother can have, because there's no right or wrong. You're just doing your best. You're trying, you're experimenting, you're learning. Just the minute your newborn is born, you're also born as a mother. So as the newborn grows, you're also growing up along with him or her. Lovely, you stay where you are. And I just wanted to mention, I don't know if this information will be peaceful or not, but if you ladies know this, but if you can't sleep at the night, banana and honey can really help you sleep very well. Okay, so if you wake up in the night, have a banana, have a spoon of honey, they actually release this hormone called tryptophan in your blood, and they can help you sleep well. And just avoid protein or heavy meat or something that can keep you up. Okay, definitely no coffee. All right. Good night. Bye.